All right. Let's make sure that everything's working properly. Bah. Mic's working. Background audio's good. Looks like everything's good. All right. Time to do some Diablo 4. Okay, pretty much just doing some pits and stuff today. Trying to get a few levels at least. Really? Thank you. Stupid Waller. Okay, that's gonna get annoying. You should not be having a cooldown. Oh, shoot. I forgot. Hold on. That's why everything's messed up. Hold on. Forgot I was playing it on my Legion Go. And on my Legion Go, you gotta kind of change the skills around a little bit. Hold on. On the Legion Go, since it uses the Xbox controller layout, I have to change the skills around a little bit. So that way I can do it properly. Good thing. Dash. Excuse me. Shadow imbuement. There we go. Now it's how it's supposed to be. There we go. Much better. Helps out when I have my skills proper. I think Death Trap Rogue is definitely one of the strongest builds that I've ever used. I've used gosh, the last 3 seasons that I did. One of them was the Necromancer. I forgot exactly how I built the Necromancer, but it was pretty dang strong. And then the Spiritborn from season 5 or 6, whatever it was, whenever the Spiritborn came out. That build was pretty darn strong. And then now the Death Trap Rogue. Definitely one of the stronger builds. Okay, if you don't want to die right away, we'll move on to the next one. Not really getting the, there we go, there's one. 11.7 billion. I usually get a lot more. For some odd reason, they're just not wanting to hit that much. The, 10, 11, 15 billion hits. Oh, wow, that came up quick. Now that I have my skills set properly. Oh, there's another level. Oh, crossbow. See what we got on it. Maybe I can switch up the crossbow for a different one. Let's see what we got on this crossbow. Camo. Come on. Alright, let's see here. For the crossbow, we have maximum life, damage, and critical strike damage, which they're nice. It's definitely nice, but what I need is dexterity, maximum life, and then overpowered damage is what I need on my crossbow. And since the only one on there that I can actually use is maximum life, let's go ahead and break them down. Aspect of the Moonrise. Ooh, I'm getting low on Artificer Stones. I mean, 140 really isn't low, but it's like 40 more of these that I can do. I will say this is a very nice build, but if anybody is looking to do this build, just be aware that it does have a very slow, not really very slow, but a build-up lag. When you hit your first death trap, your first one will cool down. What I usually do, but I've been forgetting to do it, is right as soon as I drop into the pit, I will drop down a death trap and wait for the 4-second cooldown and then start running through. I need to figure out how to get more of the billions in damage. Like, I get one that pops up every now and then, like there's 17 billion. I get one that'll pop up every now and then, but I need to find out how I can output my damage to where it's just non-stop billions. I know it's better gear that has better stats that will allow it. It's just finding that better gear with the better stats that will allow it. So if you're doing the pits with if you're doing the pits with the Death Trap Rogue, and you want to, you know, push as many pits as you can, I would suggest if you run up against somebody that they have a lot of damage reduction or resistances and they're not really dying that fast, don't stand there on that one, constantly attacking that one, trying to get it to kill. Move on to the next group. You'll get through the pits a heck of a lot faster if you just bypass the ones that are being a pain in the butt. Helm, boots, whatever that was. Let's see, what am I? I'm at a 75. I guess I could try to boost some of these ones up. Oh, wow. Got it up to 80. And the last two failed. I do love playing Diablo 4, but it definitely, you can burn yourself out real quick with Diablo 4. Okay, what is it? A helm, which I don't need. Escape artist, ghost walker aspect. Let's go through another one. So, what I keep forgetting to do is do this right here. Right when you go in, just go ahead and drop your death trap down so that way the cooldown runs. So when you actually start pulling, you can just spam the crap out of death trap. That guy's taking too long to kill. So just move on to the next one. That's not where I wanted you to go. Nice thing about the death trap build is the fact that you drop stun grenades and it stuns everything around you. It doesn't work with bosses. Bosses do not take any effect from the stun grenades, but as far as the little mobs, being able to go around and kill them all and build up to the boss, definitely nice to have the stun grenades that drop down with literally everything that you do, because it stuns everything and they don't attack you. So definitely a nice little technique to have on your rogue is everything you like, literally everything. Caltrops, death trap, everything you do will drop a stun grenade. So everybody remains stunned at all times. The only problem with this build, man, it tires your arm out. It really does. Because this build consists of constantly spamming your attacks non-stop. So you'll be sitting here going like this the entire time. And it really does tire your arm out. Come on, die. Thank you. That was nice. 90.6 billion attack. That was nice. Yeah, we'll just upgrade this one, whatever. Oh, shoot. So with your gloves, you are going to want to find something that has the max rolled core skills on it, but you want overpower, maximum life. I mean, really, honestly, you could probably actually swap maximum life with some sort of critical strike chance or something like that, because with the way that this build works, you when with the way that this build works, since you're literally stunning everything all the time and you're building resistance all the time, your life almost never goes down. So you really don't necessarily need maximum life. You can decide to go with something more like critical strike chance or higher critical hit damage to be able to boost out more. So that might be something that I'll do later on, as I'll go through and the things that do have the maximum life that is rolled on it that I don't already have something else rolled, like the Trickster's Archon Gauntlets. I found that with life, power, and core skills, so I didn't have to really roll anything else. But if I wanted to, I could take off the maximum life on these and put something like critical strike chance or critical strike damage, and then you're really going to boost up the amount of damage you do to everything, but just also be aware that you're also sacrificing life just in case you do get to a point where either you get stunned or get frozen, then you're more susceptible to dying. But more damage output, obviously you're going to kill everything a lot faster. Yeah, I forgot to do the startup again. See, this is what you'll be if you don't just bypass it. Then you're going to sit in the same spot like this guy right here. Lightning enchanted, electrified obelisk, fire enchanted. He's just doesn't want to die. So you'll sit there for 15-20 seconds trying to kill that one, and it's really burning your time. And the whole point, oh come on, do the cooldown already. The whole point of getting through the levels a lot faster is trying to push through as many pits within an hour as you can. So what you could also do is, if you're finding yourself coming in here and, you know, really having an issue with killing a bunch of these bigger name elites, you could just drop it down 5 levels under. So like right now I'm on an 80, I could drop it down to 75, and everything will take substantially more damage, and you'll push through pits a lot faster. Oh man, my wrist. I love this build. This is an awesome build, but man, does it kill your arm. Wow, what is everything super empowered right this run? Like nothing wants to die. Jesus. This is one thing that definitely makes controller a bit of a more positive when playing this build, is if you're using a controller, you know, going like this isn't nearly as tiring on your arm as sitting here going like this. Get up the darn hill, Jesus. You like that guy? Look at that. taking a buttload of damage, but he's got a heavy shield on him, so he just doesn't want to die. So just move on to the next one. So I jumped on last night. I was playing for a little bit, and I opened up a open party for anybody to want to join if they wanted to. While trying to do push some higher. Jesus Christ! Always tongue twisted. Push some pits, gives a couple extra levels. So this guy joins in. He was like 124 Paragon. And he goes up and he starts a... I don't think it was, but I could have sworn it might have just been a level 90 pit, but I could have sworn that when he started it, it said level 190 pit. I'm like, you are, even if it does go up to 190, you are nowhere near the Paragon level, and neither am I to be able to push a level 190 pit. So I go in with this guy, and literally on the weakest of the weakest of the weakest little pleb peasant, we're sitting there spending like 20 seconds trying to kill this one, and I'm like, yeah, I'm not doing this. So I just dropped out. Alright, so we have 26,000 life. If I drop that, it'll go down. See, I don't know if that just adds 653 to the life, or does it add points and the 650? I don't know. But I'm going to try something. Because my guy, while they're dang strong, let us see what we can get. Yep. 329 armor. Nope. If I don't like it, I can always swap it back. Yep, but nothing else changed, so... Lucky hit chance, 643 maximum life. We're not going to change it. Because it's 643. I want something like that would work. 175 dexterity is going to add extra damage output. See, now I went from 9,000 to 10,310. So the dexterity is going to push extra damage output. So we're going to do that. And then, see, 11.6% critical strike chance. Or 170 dexterity. I could try the 11.6. Let me see something real quickly. Nope, it's right here. Let's see what our critical strike chance is. Experience bonus, PvP. I must have missed it. Offensive. Critical strike chance. So right now, I have a 47.3% chance of hitting a critical strike. So if we add this... Now it's a 58.9% chance of hitting critical. So I'm going to hit critical a lot more often that way. And that's what, with this build, you definitely need something that's going to hit those much higher critical hit chances, because you have more of a chance of hitting those 11, 20, 30 billion critical hits if that's what you have. And then our life went down to 20. So yeah, it only added that much so I'm going to 643, that'll bring it down to 23. Let's go ahead and we're going to take this. We're going to go ahead and try to... Oh, dang it, I didn't want to do that yet. Oops. Can't fix this one now because I did it on the wrong one. Whatever. I'll do it on the next one. I actually clicked on the wrong one. I don't want to change that, so now I can't do anything with that one. 700. This one has 1,000, so we're going to change this one. I think... Oh, wait, nope, I already did. Never mind. That one's been changed. I didn't realize that. Those got the blue circle on it. Those have already been changed. So I can't change those anyways. So we'll have to find a new one. Let's go for some rings. What do we have on rings? Overpower, overpower, and dexterity is what we need. So let's come down to the Purveyor of Curiosities, and we're going to go down and buy a bunch of rings. Try to find one. Not even one. Ah! Wow. Not even one. Well, that's okay, though. I'm now up to the 60, almost 60% critical hit chance. So we're going to come in here. And we're going to try out with the almost 60% critical hit chance. Now we are going to see... Drop that down so I can get the cooldown out of the way. Yeah, so the critical strike chance, and then we're going to want critical strike damage. So I am definitely hitting more crits. Which is nice. Couple more. I saw a couple more billions in that one than I normally do. Yeah, that's definitely hitting a lot more criticals. Mostly in the 4,000s of millions, which is basically 4 billion. But a few more of the higher billions, which is nice to hit. Yeah, and it's definitely doing a lot more damage now. I gotta check my gear because I am not seeing the skill or the little boxes down at the bottom, whatever the heck they're called. I'm not seeing the... Let me see something. Casting an ultimate. Yeah, it's right there. I don't know why it's not showing up in there. Death Trap, yes. Yes. Yes, so I have all the right aspects on. Oh, there it is. I see it now. And Max is out at 5? It used to go up to 10. That's why I'm not doing nearly as much damage. 7, 8, 9. Oh, there it is. Right there. Must have been looking at the wrong one. There it is. It's right here. This. That's what I was looking for. I'm definitely doing more damage now. Now that I have a higher chance of hitting the critical, I am doing more criticals and definitely doing more damage this way. Yeah, not bad. Definitely doing more damage. Definitely. I could definitely tell the difference between the last 80 that I did and this one. Really going to tell the difference when you actually go up against the boss. I know it takes about anywhere between 10 to 12 seconds to kill the boss. So if that drops down, then we'll definitely know that I am hitting more higher level crits. Oh yeah, look at that. Look at his health just go down fast. Yeah, it took about 7 seconds to kill him this time. instead of 10. So yeah, that definitely helped out output a lot more damage. And as you see, I didn't die. So it's very, very hard to die with this build, given how the build actually works. So I look at some people and they're all like, oh, you need all this maximum life. Why? With your stunning and your constant shield proxing, you take almost no damage. So why are we pushing for all this life when you don't really need it? Is this one that I need? Yes, I need the intelligence for this one right here. So let us add the intelligence on so I can 118 non-physical damage instead. And that's canny. Let's see if I can build up my canny a little bit more. The higher your canny, the more non-physical, which Death Trap is a non-physical attack, the more damage that will do. So now I'm going to do about 10% more damage. Ah, I forgot to do it again. Yeah, that's definitely doing a little bit better. Not by much, but of course you're only adding percents, this minor percents of damage to it. The best way to really output maximum amount of damage with your canny is, yes, by getting all the intelligence that you can get in the surrounding node, but also by really maxing out your canny gem. So we're going to see what level canny is and try to boost that up a little bit. The best way to level fast, even if you're not doing the higher level pits, but the best way is to try to do pits that you can clear in 2 minutes or less, so that way you maximize the amount of experience per hour. Also, max roll, icy veins. I myself prefer max roll over icy veins. I think that theirs is a little more... How can I put this nicely? Max roll is better for stupid people like me. Like, Icy Veins is probably the most in-depth breakdown of a build. It will give you the pros, the cons, how to use the build properly, what you want to look for, where you'll be able to get it. I mean, Icy Veins is probably the best and also the worst one to do a build off of. Just because Icy Veins consists of a lot of reading. And I'm not really one for reading. I don't really care too much for reading. If they write a book I'm interested in, I'll just wait for the movie to come out. Never really been much of a reader. Don't care. But max roll, it just, here's your character, these are the items that you want, these are the stats that you want, here's your Paragon points, now go. That's max roll. Oh shoot, I'm all running around and the boss thing already opened up. It's right over here. Okay, we need to upgrade Canny. Like with him doing all of his attacks and everything, as you see, I'm not taking any damage from it. So why this build? They are saying, "Oh, you need all this maximum life." Why? Why? Unless there's something on the build that Icy Veins, or yeah, Icy Veins will actually. What do we have here? Ambush, explosive, canny, right there. Come on. Come on. Dang. Just the one. But, with that, canny, I added an extra 4% of damage. So that's not too bad. So unless there's something, which I don't think there is, unless there's something that kind of ties in your maximum life with your damage output, and I really don't think there is, because if you look, let's see here, 20% damage reduction in addition, gain +4 ranks to all skills. Nothing. Damage reduction from enemies affected by trap skills. Excuse me, crowd control. Nope. Ultimate skills, ultimate cooldown, movement speed, max resource, which I need a new Beastfall boots with maximum resource. I don't really care too much about the movement speed. I really don't. So, I know that Beast in the Ice drops the Beastfall boots. So, let me see here. I'm going to do a couple of these to see if I can get a new Beast Ball. Let's go to Belial. Belial, you are guaranteed some sort of max roll item. And he's not that hard to kill. He's really not. It's just getting the ones that you need can sometimes be a chore. Like I did a crap ton of Belial's last night, probably at least 30, and didn't get one single item that I actually needed. But you see, he's easy to kill. The hardest boss in the game! And he's easy as pie to kill. So this one right here, what I do like about it is you can modify this, and then you get to pick all the bosses that you've already killed. I don't know if Lilith has one in here. I'm not sure, because Lilith is a fucking cunt and hard to beat. So, Beast in the Ice has a higher chance of dropping the Beastfall boots. But as you see, you are guaranteed something. And plus you get the hordes. So, Tacit of Dawning Sky. See, right there is a Beastfall boot. So, yeah. Beast in the Ice does have a higher chance of dropping the Beastfall boots, but it's getting the Beastfall boots with the rolls that I need on it, or the max rolls at least. I mean, they always have the same rolls, but getting the max roll of what I want, which I need the, whatever it is. Brain fart! Beastfall boots. Maximum resource. Because the way that this build works is the Ice Shatter that you get, it requires the Beastfall boots because it has a higher maximum resource. I'm getting boots, but I'm not getting any boots with the max rolls. This is also the easiest and most reliable way. See, there's Beastfall boots with no rolls on it. But this is the easiest and most reliable way to also get the 4 max roll items is by going to Belial, because you are guaranteed a ancestral unique. Let's break down all the garbage that I don't need and head back to Belial. And with all your skills, look at that. 32,000 output damage is your maximum. And I could push that up more with a Beast in the Ice. Oh, come on. Jesus. Give me everything except what I'm looking for. But I could also pop the potion, and now my maximum resource goes up. And with that, I will output a little more damage. See that? He is dying a little bit faster with a almost 30 billion maximum hit. Beast in the Ice, come on. Ugh. Jeez. I keep getting Beast Fall boots, but not ones that I actually need. I need the Beast Fall boots that are ancestral. With maximum rolls on it is what I need. And it's a pain in the butt to get them to drop. Come on. Ooh, I got one with 2. Watch it not be Beast Fall, though. And it has to have a max roll resource on it. Has to have that. It is, and yo! Maximum resource and agile. Oh, nice. So we are going to go ahead and go to town. Go to town on this one. We need to... The only problem with this is now when you masterwork it, is are you going to get the master working rolls that you need? Because what I need is at least 2 max rolled maximum resources is what I need. So we're going to try it. Yes, I know it binds it. Maximum resource and movement speed. Maximum resource? Yes, we need 1 more maximum resource. Please, maximum resource. Ah! Movement speed. Jerk. Ah. But it does give +7 to agile. So let's see here. It's not going to hurt to swap it out for that one. At least it does give the 2 of them. It'll... Jesus. So we're going to swap it out for that. We keep the same maximum resource, but we do have more maximum speed. Not 0.9% ultimate cooldown reduction, but that's fine. And then plus the 7 to agile. So we're going to go ahead and take a look at agile. I don't remember where that one is. That would be in agility. So maybe it's not in there. Penetrating shot, flurry. I'm not sure exactly where agile is. If it's even in this. It might just be to do with your movement speed. Aftermath. That's not bad. Jesus Christ! While an ultimate is on your action bar, you heal 4% maximum life every second. After using an ultimate, restore 200 energy. Very nice. No, we'll go ahead and take the +7 to agile. Smoke grenade. Concealment. Enhanced. There it is. Agile. Using a cooldown increases your dodge chance by 32% for 3 seconds. Okay, so it increases your dodge chance. Awesome. That'll work. So even less chance of them actually hitting me. Oh, shoot. Did I break down? I didn't break anything down, did I? Nope, I did not. Oops. Gotta go back down. They didn't break anything down like a dum-dum. Dum-dum-dum-dum-dum-dum-dum. Now, I do like Agile. I like the whole dodge thing, but I already don't really take damage anyways, so it's not really a necessity. So we are going to go back over to Belial, and hopefully I can find another 2 with the maximum resource, and what I need is for maximum resource to roll, because you want at least 275 maximum resource, and what I have right now is 211, so I need 64 more maximum resource, which one of them is Harlequin Crest. You can get the maximum resource on there. If you can get a Harlequin Crest with 3 perfect rolls of maximum resource and a Beastfall Boots with 3 perfect rolls of maximum resource, you will hit that 275, and then every single time you hit your ultimate, you'll throw the ice everywhere and boost up your damage too. But what would be nice is to get a 4-star, 4 max rolled, both of them, and miraculously get the 3 perfect rolls of maximum resource, because it boosts everything else up too. So we're going to go back to Beast in the Ice. Bow, gloves, boots. Yeah, man. Do this a couple more times. I was hoping for 2 maximum resources with that. I really... Whoop! Not what I wanted you to do. Really, dude? Really? Now, don't get it mistaken, though. This build, while very, very strong and pretty darn good, it still can see ultimate cooldown reduction. While that's nice, I would have to get at least 3 rolls on maximum resource for it to actually be worth it. And this one is 0.70% increased. I think my other one was actually better on that. I think it was like 1%. But this one, the Agile makes up for the loss in that. Okay, come on, boots. Nope. Gloves, pants, bow. Try one more time. $35 billion. Nice. What do we got? Gloves. Gloves. Bow. And we're maxed out. Of course. Whatever. We're going to see how well these new Beastfall boots work in the pit. I got a little more time before I have to start getting ready for work. Look at this. Oh, I don't have anything. And I'm going to try those too. .7, 0.75, 0.35. Well, at least it's not 0.35 like that. 0.35. At least mine's 0.7. So that's good. And then we are going to... Just to see. Yes, I know. Ultimate cooldown. Movement speed. Agile. That one only gives 29 maximum resource, so that would not be... Nope. Just go ahead and salvage it. Get all my oblites back. Do a pit to get my next level. Try to see if I can get some more intelligence somewhere so I can... Whoop. Stupid Waller. As you see, like, the ice, I do the ice attack a lot more. Especially now that I have the potion, or the, whatever it's called, the potion of resourcefulness on. More resource. And considering you burn 200 resource every time you do an attack, and then you gain it right back, which is nice. As you see, like, my resource right there, it stays up so stinking high. Because as soon as you do the ultimate skill, you get all your resource right back. But it's nice hitting the ice attack a lot more now. But I want to get to a point where the ice attack is literally consistent all the time. As well as higher hits. There's my level up. So I could look for another intuition or intelligence, whatever you want to call it. I always forget about your unstoppable. If you evade, you become unstoppable. Which... I think it looks like it outputs more damage while you're unstoppable. Definitely looks that way. So, and I think unstoppable only lasts for a second. So it's not very long, so you're going to want to constantly be evading, but in order to evade, you have to use so much resource in order to evade. Well, not evade, but... with the runes, your evade becomes the sorcerer's teleport, whatever it is. And when you do it, you become unstoppable. And it looks like it definitely outputs more damage while you're unstoppable. So this one is definitely a lot more hands-on than other builds, like the Spiritborn build from Season 5. That one was really kind of like an autopilot build. You didn't really have to do too much to make that build work. And with this Death Trap Rogue build, you definitely are a lot more hands-on to make the build work. It's still almost, you know, you kind of get to a point where you're pretty much autopilot when doing this build, but definitely a lot more, a lot more stuff that you have to do to make this build constantly work. Let's go. Try to get Canny up a little more. 80, 81, 82. Ah, I got it up 3, so it's up to 82 now. So let us go in here, and before we click on that, let's see. Is there... See, like, there's some right there, which I'll get later on. I could do the damage to elites. That would be nice. Strength. Let's do the damage to elites. So now it is plus 123.3% non-physical damage. So I gained almost a full 10% of damage with Canny. Which is nice. That's very nice. And then... excuse me. Open tortured mystery gifts. Defeat monsters while at max level. I still got to finish those. Those two up. Let's see here. I've already got all these. Let's take a look at the Berserk. How much do I have? I have 130, so I don't have enough for it yet. Definitely got to do some more to get these. I will break all this down. We don't need any of this. And we could take a look at like this. I could try to go for another crossbow. The only reason why I'm keeping this one is that overpower damage is just ridiculous. And you do a lot of overpowering in this build. But I could look for a new crossbow that already has overpower on it. And then get rid of the maximum life and go for critical hit chance or critical hit damage. Boost up the critical hit damage. Nope, did it again. Yeah, it looks like definitely does more damage output with when you're unstoppable. Nice. I heard that this season is going to be one of the shortest seasons they've ever done. It's only like a 2-month season. Which normally one season from Diablo is at least like, I think 3 or 4 months long. Usually they have like 3 to 4 seasons a year. And so for this one to only have like 2 months, definitely a very short season. But if you play it enough, even 3 months, 2 months is long enough to build up a really, really good character. One of my friends plays this also, and he told me that he doesn't ever keep the seasonal characters. Like, once the season is done, he just gets rid of the character and moves on to the next one once the new season starts. I don't. I take my favorite characters that I built and I still keep them, just in case I ever want to go back and play as them. See, look at that, 53 billion, 66 billion. Yeah, that's definitely doing a lot more damage now. A lot more damage. And then we are, even though it's at a low chance, what is it, 70% chance? Nope, that's a 45. And I got it. Failed. Success. Failed. Success! Ha ha! I got it up to 85. Nice! I wonder how much damage I put out now. You got 3 extra boosts on that? Oh, shoot. More damage to elites. Let's see here. What is it doing now? 127.2. Nice. Very, very, very nice. So I still got to get... I want to get this right here. Don's Macrobi. Mobility or subterfuge skill increases the damage of your next skill by 75%. So you can rush in there with the mobility skill or subterfuge, which you're constantly hitting. Like, it's literally, this build is subterfuge, concealment, death trap. Subterfuge, concealment, death trap. Subterfuge, concealment, death trap. So I don't think that it'll double up to 150%, but that would be awesome if it did. But now it's just leveling up enough to get there. Dexterity, strength. Oh, there's an intelligence right there I can grab once I get up there. Get that one. Definitely. No. And then mobility cooldown reduction, which don't really need. Subterfuge cooldown reduction, don't really need. But I want, see, like the mobility is the maximum life. They cool down instantaneously. So I saw like on max roll where they have all this up here, but your skills instantaneously cool down. So what's the point of using them? I don't get it. Anyways, that will be it for now. I have to get ready for work. Thanks for whoever did tune in for the in-out that you did, but, you know, hey, whatever. Maybe someday I'll get somebody to actually watch longer than 5 seconds. So, check it the next time. Probably, most likely, would be tomorrow. I will be streaming again if nobody wants to watch again.